Jams Network.
Yo, what's poppin'? It's your boy EJ, aka Sir Evangeline Joseph, aka the Bully, aka the Mr. 10 Feet. Sir Evangeline.
Hey.
I think I said
Joseph.
that already. Hey man, I'm here.
Hey man, he here, man, and we here, man. It's
1/3.
Oh, big 1/3. Let me start there, man. Big 1/3 of Free Jams Network.
Okay.
Biggest network in the motherfucking land.
Come on, man.
I'm trying to tell you, man. It's me, Will Maddox, like he said, Sir Evangeline Joseph, and my boy Gumbosa.
Hey man, Mr. Samson himself.
Hey man.
Hey man,
Hey,
we even got Weezy in the building. Man.
Hey man, hey man.
Weezy in the building.
Hey, man.
Speaking of BBE, man, it ain't never about us, man. Say man. Listen, who we got in the building, man?
We got Akronym Jim.
Hi.
Hey man. And we got is it Gapee?
It's Gapee.
It's
I
Gapee.
have a gap.
Oh man,
I'm calling you Gapee all day.
I'm good. I was gonna say government, but I was gonna say agape too, because I didn't know.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's hard.
My name is Love.
Yeah,
that's deep. I might have to change it now.
You probably do.
Oh
Hey,
man,
That's actually kind of fun.
I gotta credit you.
Hey man.
That's how I was all the time, man.
You just said it,
I
man,
told
to me
you, bro.
before.
Marketing genius, man.
Some
Marketing
Gapee.
guru.
Yeah, that's that Jesus love right
Hey
there.
man.
That's hard.
That's what I thought. He asked me earlier. And
I said, is it Gapee? I think it's Gapee.
Yo, I gotta go home and
Let's
change
go
my
with
name
that.
for real. Like I gotta talk to my manager now.
Yeah, go ahead and change everything.
For real.
You can keep the same spelling and everything.
Yeah,
Exactly right.
That's actually
Hey, man.
That's real.
You can really go by both. It's just whatever
Ooh,
you.
yeah. Like if I'm like in a Gap help group or something, like Gapee would fit. But like,
Do you need help with your gap? Call Agape.
Hey man.
Do you need help with your gap?
Hey man.
Nah, do you need a gap help support group?
That rolls on the tongue quite nicely too.
Okay.
It really does.
That could be
That's
the market
crazy.
that you could be
yeah, y'all just
Marketing
be
genius,
dropping
I
it
told
today.
you, man.
Sir, I need to be paying you right
Hey,
now.
man.
in. Look, just make sure you got the guys in there with me.
Hey man.
Like,
Say, man.
in there like swimming.
I'm trying to tell you. But, reel it on back. How we like to start off the show is, where y'all from?
Here, Columbus, Georgia.
Columbus.
Hey man.
Big 706.
Yes.
Big 706,
Big
man.
For life.
The
Yes.
reason why we like to start off the show like that is because there is no platform like Free Jams in the city.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, there is platforms, but nothing like what we have here.
Right.
You know, shout out to SRT, Ignorant Noodle, Gen Talk,
Right.
but ain't nobody doing it like we doing it.
Right.
First off, how I want to start it off is for the listeners and the viewers out there. First, y'all are the first married couple that we've ever had on the show, so this is a big look.
Free Jams first.
Free Jams first.
Hey man.
Hey, the crowns. We got matching crowns.
Hey,
That's hard.
Yeah, first married couple.
That's dope.
But what I want y'all to do is go rattle off what you guys do.
As far as like everything.
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 Because y'all both wear many hats.
I'm gonna let you go first.
Oh man, why I gotta go first? Hi, I'm Gapee or Gapee. So I am a graphic designer by trade.
Okay.
I am a college dropout because they had an issue with me painting too many black people. Holla at me, Art Institute. Yeah. They had a problem with me painting too many black people. They were like, yeah, you need to be more flexible in your artwork. Like, this isn't going to appeal to the masses, and I left.
There's a lot of seasoning in this.
So graphic designer by trade, web designer by trade as well. Like I went to school for multimedia graphic and web design. And I also illustrate digitally as well as traditionally. I paint. Currently my paint is what a lot of people know me for. In the art community, I'm known as Huck because my last name was Huckabee. I sing, I songwrite, I'm learning how to make beats. I do photography, I model.
And she's really
Oh yeah, and I make clothes. I sew.
Okay.
Get it in, man.
Yeah,
this is
well, I'm trying to learn how to do everything. So
Right,
Yes,
you
you got
know.
pillows and shit.
Oh yeah, I make pillows and shit. Yes.
Shower curtains.
Gumbo on
Matter of fact,
Right.
Yes.
hold on. Matter of fact, the book bag right here.
Oh yeah, this is one of my old designs, but yeah.
That's hard.
Thank you.
That's
So,
hard.
That's nuts.
honestly, I'm just a creative that loves to create. I feel like life is nothing without art. I feel like you need it in order to function. So I'm trying to make it where the rest of the world feels that way too.
Right.
So yeah, here we are.
Man, that's hard, man.
Thank you.
You got a tough bill to follow up, sir.
Like, look, when
I know you finna roll it out too, though.
when you say your name, or like when you on another show or whatever, or even when this comes out, instead of having like your name and like your at, it needs to be like your, and you know how people be like, I'm just throwing ESTG, right?
Yeah.
And it'll say like rapper up under his name. Yours just need to be creator.
Creative.
Like what don't you create?
Right.
Oh.
But
Right.
keep going.
Oh man, you making me feel kinda. Well, hi. My name is Jimmy, but here today I'm Akronym Jim. I'm a graphic artist as well. I specifically do more graphic design. As far as like this right here, this is my brand, RDD, Rubens the Designer. I have been doing graphic design since I was in high school, so I've been doing this since like 10th grade. I still have that main dream of just wanting it to be like a world-renowned designer in the world of art. At first it was like more so just on the art tip, but now like I'm leaning more towards like fashion and just wanting to do stuff like I should have brought some like my hats, shirts. I got some for y'all. Y'all already got y'all too. I'm gonna get you each. I'm gonna get you right. I'm gonna get you right.
I like hats too, my G.
I got
so
you,
if
I got you,
When
I
you
got
can't
you.
get the shirt, I can do the ad.
Hold on, he ain't no cap. over
Hey,
here.
ain't no cap.
Man.
And as far as like the music tip, like I've always had a love for music, but I've always just experimented with it. Like when I first got my MacBook Pro back in like 2012, my mom got it for me for Christmas and stuff. Like I just discovered GarageBand by mistake, bro. I was like, this app just opened up. I was like, what is this? And I just started recording stuff, and I was like, oh, I could be a rapper. And then like I just been like I ain't really put it out for anybody. It was really just more so for like myself and stuff. So it was like, okay, let me just try it out, figure it out, auto-tune by mistake, and it was like, okay, this is kind of cool. And then I just kept going until eventually I just ran into this man right here. He's not on the camera, but this man right here, Weezy, and his brother, Gapee. I met him in college. So I met him like doing graphic design and stuff for him, and then it just followed up to where it is now. So that's what's going on.
That's dope,
That's
man.
hard, man.
That's a family of creators.
Right.
Hey, ain't that so sweet?
We were actually each other's competition in high school.
Yeah.
Like people would put us against each other. Like, ooh, what is he gonna come out with? Oh, now she got to go harder than him. Like, yeah.
Yeah, we've been knowing each other since we were seniors in high school.
Okay,
Juniors technically.
Junior.
We met having a study for the graduation test, and then they took it away the next year.
Right.
I was like, we worked so hard for that.
Because I
Damn,
remember
so that's how y'all met
in high school.
in high school.
Yeah.
Studying for graduation.
Because I remember
Yeah.
I told her the only reason I was coming to the graduation test because they was giving out
The
snacks.
snacks were so good.
I knew I was gonna pass.
And they were name brand. Schools don't do that.
I just knew I knew I was gonna
No,
pass.
y'all
I was just
schools don't
hungry.
do that.
Oh, yeah, you're right, Kendrick. The hollowed hole.
Blue and gold. I forgot the Alamo, man. Mr. Hard's gonna
We
get on this
never
one.
knew that.
You don't know the Alamo?
Nah, bro.
I just know the N words like blue and gold.
Where we got
Shit, we
time
don't
at
know
the end.
ours.
I don't think anybody learns those anymore.
Bro, don't nobody care about that.
At all.
Don't nobody care about that.
And
So
that-
what did each of you fall in love with first?
Graphics. For me, no, I know. I'm lying. I used to draw all the time, like sketch art. Like my heart, when it comes to drawing, is still in sketch art. I have, you know what I'm saying, done things like grid drawing to make bigger portraits and stuff like that. But I'm always been like that type of kid that's just like, if I got some notebook paper, bro, like I'm finna just sketch some stuff out, even if it don't look cool. Cause in my head, I'm gonna be honest, I am my biggest hater. I like when it comes to my work, I don't know why, I just hate all my work, folks. Like I just hate all of it. Like by the time folks see it, I just be like, yeah, I'm ready to do something else now. But I think that's what all artists do.
Yeah.
But it transitioned from that to learning how to do stuff like when in 10th grade, learning how to do graphic art. And then after that, went to college with it. And then that's when I started falling in love with it heavy, like as far as like what I can do, like I can go beyond just notebook paper. Like I can actually make something crazy and actually love it and actually put it on things or make people see it. Like that was my first love, and it's gonna always be my first love. I love music, but that's my thing.
So what software did you start off using?
No.
I feel like I started off. I started off with Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator.
Okay.
When we first started, we had to do basic stuff like shapes and stuff, like how to learn how to use first of all understanding what you're making, because with specifically Adobe Illustrator is vector art, which are shapes comprised mostly of mathematical equations and things of that nature.
Not for the faint heart.
Nah. When you now as far as like when you get into it, you don't see like no math problems popping up like that, like oh damn calculus, you know what I'm saying? But like it's just like you just making shapes, just constantly layering shapes and stuff like that and learning how to use things like the Pathfinder tool to cut into other shapes to make it how you want until you just kind of get to that final image of what you're trying to do. Right. Now Photoshop, of course, you do your photo manipulation, because what really dragged me into just dealing with that life period was because I used to always look at all the Gucci Man's cover arts and I'd be like, I know he ain't traveled all the way to Alaska to take this picture in his same coat. And like all this random shit just sitting here like Escalades and big ass rims and
one random lady,
like just females just right here, like I know she cold. You know what I'm saying? Like like how they did it. So that's when and I gotta shout him out. You know what I'm saying? If he see this, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, I love you, but Mr. Hodge, Orithius Hodge, he teach at Kendrick High School. He is the one who put me on to graphic design. He gave me the creative suite and everything once he saw the potential in me to actually be the artist that I was meant to be in terms of visual art is concerned. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm forever indebted to that man, because that man really put me on. So that's pretty much the lead up to where I am right now.
That's hard.
Put you on to something quality. Right. I feel like most graphic designers, if they weren't exposed to things like Photoshop, they don't start off on Photoshop. Right. One, because the suite isn't cheap. Yeah. It isn't cheap. So I mean, most of them start off with the free apps. You know what I mean? And they rock with that until they feel comfortable enough with, okay, maybe I can go and invest in myself now.
Yeah. And when we was doing this was like before Adobe got real tight knit with their programs. Like, I ain't gonna lie, allegedly, I ain't say I did it, but they used to be like stuff like the Pirate Bay and stuff. I get the like hey man, listen, bro, they can't prove we did it now. It's we got the keygen stuff to get the crack programs and stuff. I couldn't afford that stuff, man. I was like, bro, shit like I was like 15, 16. I ain't no job. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just like, hey man, I'm trying to make this thing shake, bro. If it's up there to do it, to make it, get it for free ski until they update it, I'm gonna use it. So that's what I'm on. That's what it was until I got older, was able to afford it the way.
Right. So. What about you? What was the first thing that you fell in love with?
I would say it's a balance of art and music. So my dad was a preacher. I grew up as a preacher's kid. We traveled around the South. My dad preached and things of that nature. But before he was a preacher, like way back in the day, he was a drummer in a band. Yeah, like it's so random. Like he was a drummer in a band in Connecticut, and he would go to clubs and like play drums in the background of a lot of the performers. And because of that, he brought a lot of music into mine and my brother's lives very young. Right. Like he would be playing like Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles and Earth, Wind and Fire and Incognito. Like we listened to everything as children. So I was like 2 years old in the closet with like a fake mic, pretending I was singing to somebody in a diaper, like in my closet. Yeah. But around that same time, like when I would cry or something like that, my mom would give me a crayon and like paper, and she would sit me down and make me color, I guess as a way to like get out my frustrations. Right. So I kind of discovered them around the same time as a very young child. But as far as professionally, as I got older, so funny thing about that actually, once again, shout out to Mr. Harge, because you about to come up in this story too. Yes, you are the GOAT. But I went from Hardaway to Kendrick, and I wanted to get into the chorus program at Kendrick. And they told me that I couldn't do it. And I was mad. They were like, yeah, you came too late. It's full. Go to graphic design. I was all like, graphic design? Like, why would I want to go there? Like, what is that? And then I met Mr. Harge, and he walked me and my mom around the whole space. And he was like, yeah, graphic design is da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, I'll give this bald man a chance. Yeah, at the time I was like, he's really bald. And like, seems to be trying to convince me.
Hold on, man. Hold on, see, because he got good.
No, I like bald heads now. Okay, no
wrong with the bald, man.
No, at the time, he kept rubbing
Y'all
it.
ain't gonna shave.
No, I was young, okay. I love bald heads now. But back in the day, I was just like, he over
married
here.
to a dreadhead.
But I'm bald, okay.
Hey, man.
It's on the inside.
Hey, Gumbo.
That's what's under the scalp.
Hey, Gumbo's like, I don't like that shit. Dime on that nigga.
Where did this slander come from?
Pirated program?
Well, yeah.
I'm gonna get his ass.
I was like, this bald man trying to convince me to get in this program that they're forcing me into. And I was mad. And I came in the first day and he was like, graphic design. And it was like, a world opened up to me I never imagined was possible. And like, he kind of just like took every student under his wing in a way I'd never seen a teacher do before. He nurtured what we already had within us. And there's something special about a teacher that can show you who you already are that you don't see yet. Like, it was a very powerful thing when somebody's just like, trust yourself and let it happen.
Right.
Just like, trust yourself, let it happen. Stop thinking so hard and just do it. And that's what he did for us. Like, I remember even after I graduated high school, like, he kept up with us. Like, when I had an art show going on, I did my first art show in Atlanta. I remember going to his shop and him looking through my stuff like, yeah, like, this is dope, da-da-da-da-da, do this, this, and this, and it'll pop even more. Like, and I remember, like, throughout my entire graphic design career, he's been there, and I cannot thank him enough. I hope he watches this just to know, like, how much we love him.
One thing about him, man, he is not no yes man, bro. If he not feeling something.
Yes, like, he's very honest, but he nurtures people in a way I never have seen a teacher do in my life. And he nurtured us to become who we are today.
I feel like bro underrated, man. Folk like he don't. I feel like Mr. Hard do not get the flowers he's supposed to get, man. For real.
Well, he getting them today.
He getting them right now.
Yeah, but it's because of him that we're even together. Because had I not been in that graphic design program, like, the graduation test practice would have been it. Like, I remember walking in a graphic design class, seeing him in the class right next door, because there were 2 graphic design classes, be like, this man is a graphic designer? Okay. He appreciates good snacks too, so I might be able to trust him a little or something. And like, we've been in competition ever since, but it's all because Mr. Harge made me join graphic design.
So y'all still be in,
y'all still compete?
Yeah.
It's like a soft competition.
It's a soft. It's because like right now with me working so much, making sure everything popping at the crib as far as like sound, everything. You know what I'm saying? I done slow down, but I got a plan with my slowdown. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm just falling off. You know what I'm saying? It's more so making sure everything on point, making sure she able to be in as many art situations as she can, be able to get. You know what I'm saying? I want my lady to shine. You know what I'm saying? So I just want her to be the best person that she can absolutely be. You know what I'm saying?
As you should.
Right.
And it's not like, you know, people not putting on for you.
Right.
Because I remember, you know, going on social media, seeing your hats that people were wearing. Even with, you know, Air GP, he was on our show. Shout out to Air GP alumni, FGN alumni.
Yes, sir.
He had on your shirt.
Right.
So it's, you know, you still out there. People still out there representing you, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You one of them ones, guy.
Absolutely,
man. Appreciate it.
You know, even during your, you know, you called it a slowdown, but to me, you really just letting the designs that you already solidified. They just breathing. They breathing on their own.
Right. Oh, I ain't never think about it like that. You know what?
They standing on their own. They got their own 2 feet.
10 feet.
Yeah.
And on their own
Hey,
10
10
feet.
feet.
Hey, that was kind of hard though. Wait, write that down. We gotta put that in.
That was a plug.
I before the camera got cut on, you pulled it up. I was like, look, man, I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, no cap. I'm trying to do like a little collab with you, like in the future.
Okay.
Like some 10 feet RDD type collab.
Okay.
That would be dope.
I would love to do some like
Nice.
dad hats.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you know,
Yes.
gotta link up with wifey.
For sure.
But that's for another time. It ain't about me. It ain't never about me.
Shout out to 10 feet, man. I'm doing the drop form. RDD is coming.
Hey, I appreciate
Hey, man.
that.
Zoom.
Looking forward to that,
Yeah,
man.
The show.
Try to cop some.
So who got into music first?
Nah, because we not gonna act like Floating Floaters did not exist. Floating Floaters was his first artist name, and I used to be stalking this man's Facebook page. Like, when he gonna drop something else? He done recorded on GarageBand. Like, it was so fire. Like, there was this one song called "Dirty Laundry." I was obsessed with that song.
Man.
I was obsessed with
Floaters.
it.
Let's talk about
Floaters.
That's a
How did you even come up with that name?
Okay. All right. Okay. So,
I used to hoop back in the day.
Meanest floater.
Meanest
okay.
floater.
Okay. So. The reason why I had came up with Floater. Okay, my first Facebook page, right? Before I knew that once you delete your, this was before Facebook will not allow you to delete your shit for some reason. Like, that shit. But my first page, like, I was trying to step away from social media, like, altogether. So back in like 2012, 2013, somewhere around there, like, I just deleted everything off my Facebook, everything, photos, tags, everything, bro. I changed my default picture to black. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knew who it was, and I just changed my name from you know, my government to Floating Floaters. Mm-hmm. That was just the first thing that came to my head. And then, like, when I started dabbling with the GarageBand stuff, I was like, every time I used to rap, I used to be like, Floaters. Floating Floaters, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just, every song I did, I used to say that. You know what I'm saying? So I just ran with it, and then I was like, I guess for right now, when I make these songs and name it in my computer, like, I'm just gonna name it as Floating Floaters. And then it just stuff like that. Like, I started getting a little more confident with the music I was making, and then slowly started putting it out. You can't find it now. Yeah, y'all can't find that stuff now.
I'll see y'all the link.
Appreciate it.
You ain't got the link. You ain't got that link.
She said, you just don't know where the hard drive
You
is.
hit the delete button. But nah, like, it was just like my first wing at just doing music and stuff, and just trying to do stuff. Like, I used to do stuff on like old Kid Cudi beats. What's that? It's an old Kid Cudi song. I can't think of it, where it's like the beat's like doom doom. It's like you fell in a nightmare. Like doom 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 doom, or some beat like that. Distant close. I don't know.
Thanks my body.
Yeah, I did something on that beat. Then I did one on a hella old Drake beat. I think it was
That was Immortal Man or Mortal Man, something like that.
Yeah. Like, I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was just trying different stuff out, and then like I was just starting to try to write, and then like my homie that did music, my boy Desi Yates.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, that's my dog, bro. Like me and bro been down since like 2010, 2011. Like, I've been knowing bro for a minute. When I first did my t-shirts, the Team Fresh shirts that he had, shout out to Team Fresh with the robot, I did that design. That was the first design that I ever done, like, for a shirt. You know what I'm saying?
He gave you your first shot.
Yeah, like, it was like a partnership thing. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to him. But he pretty much gave me the confidence to really pursue that music, because he was already been doing it for a super minute. You know what I'm saying? At first, I used to make music and just never wanted to just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody like, man, you should do music. I'm like, nah, I'm cool, bro. I do my stuff by my lonely. You know what I'm saying? Not even on no bougie swag. Just like, I just wasn't confident in myself to put it out there, like, to really try it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's pretty much where that was going.
What about you?
I forgot the original question. I got caught up in his story. I know his story, and I still got caught up.
What led you to doing music?
Right.
Okay, so I used to write poetry a lot. Like, we used to be in this group, like, in high school. Oh, boy. Deji Paris. That was, like, the first group that Team Fresh had. And it was called Deji Paris. And, like, Dez was in there. He was in there. Pilo. Valdrin. Lamont.
Yeah. Shout out to Val.
Shout out to all y'all, okay? Because y'all inspired me, yo. Like, y'all gave me confidence. I used to post my poetry in there. Shout out to Tiana, if you ever watched this. Like, she was another female in the group that did poetry. And, like, we used to just share, like, all the stuff we would write. Like, they would share some of their old music and stuff. And it was just, like, a nice little community. Yeah. And, like, it was such an innocent time. Like, it felt like all we had was what we created. You know, like, we didn't have families and stuff yet.
It was like a young collective.
Yeah.
That's important to have.
It was so dope though. It was like we supported each other. We linked with people from like different countries. Like we had one girl in the group that was from New Zealand. Like,
bro, I ain't gonna lie. Deji Paris was like, it
was really dope.
It just crumbled, bro.
It did, but yeah, like I started out writing poetry in there, and they kind of just gave me the confidence. So then I went to the Art Institute of Atlanta, the one I dropped out from. But before then, I got up on stage and I performed "On and On" by Erykah Badu, and they gave me like a standing ovation. Before then, I didn't think I could sing. I just loved to do it. I was like a shower singer, and I grew up in the church, so of course I sung like church music. And then I stopped again, ended up moving to New Jersey. Don't move to Newark, New Jersey, okay? I'm not saying anybody is planning it, but I don't recommend it. Y'all gonna hear about it later in this interview, most likely.
I've been there.
It was a lot.
I've been there.
Don't live there, though. It's nice to visit and leave. But, yeah, like, I came back to Columbus. We connected. We started dating. And then I was like, he makes music. That's dope. And then my brother started making music around the same time I came back to Columbus. My brother is currently in California making music. But then my brother bought me my first mic for my birthday. And he was all like, well, now you gotta do it. Because I bought you this for your birthday. Right. So you have no excuse now. And I spent my money on you, so you better do it. So then I recorded my first song, and it was awful. It was called Mama Told Me. It was awful.
It's not that bad.
You use face palm.
No, it's really not that bad. It's really not bad. It's not that bad.
It was bad, but it wasn't bad for the time.
I ain't got the link, bro.
And please don't do that to me.
I ain't gonna do this.
Oh, don't do that to me.
You have that song.
Whew, it will never see the light of day. But that song is where I started at professionally being like, I know how to put a song together. And then, shout out to Air GP. I went to the studio with the first song I wrote that I was confident in. It was called Accelerate. And the way he set up, if he don't like something, he gonna tell you. But when he heard Accelerate, he was like, "Ooh, I gotta hop on that." And I was like, "Oh, ooh."
It's all good.
I was like, "Oh, you wanna hop on my song?" Like, I was flabbergasted in a good way. Yeah. I was like, "My song?" Yeah, and he was all like, he spit like a verse on it, and I was like, "Okay, I might be onto something." And there we are.
That's what's up,
hard, man.
Well, y'all dope, man.
Hey, man.
For real.
We talked about it before all the cameras were rolling. We were talking about energy and just hearing y'all talk, and you can feel the passion. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it is dope, man. Y'all giving off real good energy. Being creatives, how hard is it to, I guess, avoid certain energies? Or I take it back. I want to you can answer that one too, but I also want to say, how hard is it to create when maybe you're not feeling it in that moment?
Oh. You need to go first now.
I need to go first? I will say, when you choose to pursue your creative passion as a professional thing, it is very hard. Right. Because the reality is, bills are going to come whether you're inspired or not. And when you have a baby, looking at you, it hit different. Yeah. Because this baby is looking at you because he depends on you for everything. Right. So you don't have the option to be like, oh, I don't want to create this month. I'm going to just sit this one out. Like, you don't have that option when you're choosing your passion over a 9 to 5. So it really depends. What's really important is you remember what you're in it for. Right. You're not in it for like the popularity at the core. Like, I feel like with both of us, we're in it because we want to create a legacy for our son. And without what we create, we would have no way to vent. We would have no way to feel connected to what we have deeper within us. It's like it connects us to each other it connects us to ourselves, and along the way we learn more about who we are as a couple and as individuals. Right. And I'm like, I can't imagine our life without it. Like, we've tried to run away from it, okay? Like, it pulls us right back in. Like, literally, because when I got with him, he always talked about manifestation. Because before that, I was like, I must just have really bad luck in life. Like, crazy stuff be happening to me that just don't make sense. And I'm just like, I must have really bad luck. And then I got with him, and he's telling me, like, you got to manifest this good stuff and stuff. And I was just like, okay, let me just try this, right? So it was one day, and I was just like, I quit art. Like, I'm done. It's too much pressure. I was looking for a 9-to-5. They never worked. And I was like, oh, these people don't want me. Like, nobody want to hire me.
Man, they let it grab all her canvases. She was finna be done.
All my canvases. And I was just like, yo, we got to throw these out. Like, I packed up my paint, everything. And this man was like, it was awful. And this man said, let's go downtown. And we went downtown. We walked past this place called The Well. Shout out to Miss Debbie. I'm about to tell. We went to this place called The Well. I'm about to cry. Hold on. We went to The Well.
It's not a free Jen's first.
No, I felt drawn to it, but I didn't know why. And when we walked in, it was like this bright-faced lady named Miss Debbie, and she was just like, welcome to The Well. And I was just telling her, like, yeah, I just quit art today because, like, you know, I don't feel like it's worth it anymore. And she was just like, I got to talk to you. And we talked to her for, like, 2 hours. And she was like, you know what? Bring some of your art in here. Like, I was showing her art on my phone. And she was just like, I want to hang your art in my shop. And I brought, like, some art pieces back. And, like, she hung them up immediately. And she was telling me about how, like, customers were coming in and asking about me. And people started hitting me up like, I saw your art in the shop downtown. Right. And I was just like, I can't stop. Like, I can't quit now. Because there are people that, like, believe in me when I don't believe in myself. And they're the ones that, like, keep me going. So, Miss... So, yeah, Miss Debbie, you're the reason I'm still here doing this. Like, it's like every time I try to quit, like, some random stranger will come into my life and remind me that I can't. Man. Or, like, our son will look at me and he'll like he right now when I paint, he chooses a piece. Like, he'll walk up to a group of pieces and he'll sit next to, like, the piece he likes the most. And it's just something different about my baby being like, yeah, mommy, this is the one. And it's like, even like when we had him, we realized like we have somebody watching us that is going to grow into an adult. And what he sees us doing now is what is going to shape him into who he's going to be. Right. And I don't want to let him see mommy be a quitter. I want him to see like mama went through it, but she's still here. She's still doing it. And I can do that too. Like, I don't have to do just this or this. Like, my options are endless. Like, we want him to know that. And the only way he's going to know that is if he sees us doing it.
Thanks. That's hard.
Yeah.
You're strong, man.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
You're strong, man. You're dope.
As hell.
I really appreciate that.
It's all good, man. It's okay. We're going to go ahead and...
Oh, yeah. You know, when that energies might be off, maybe you're not feeling it. How do you go about still creating in those moments?
Ooh, okay. So, like I say, the energy really sometimes really comes from myself, the negative energy, because like I am my own worst hater. Like, I could start some designs and not even save it and just quit it, because I'll be like in my head the whole time I'm doing it, man, this shit trash. This shit trash. Not me saying it like the hater in me, like, this shit trash, bro. You need to stop, bro. This shit, bro, throw it away, bro. Quit it. And sometimes I fall into it, listen to it. But sometimes, like, when I'm like, especially when I haven't dropped some art in a long time, I'm like, bro, look, however this come out, it's just gonna have to be how it come out. We gonna make something shake as it go on. And then as it goes on, once I overrule that voice that be in my head, it started to get a little bit better for me. Right. You know, as far as like, you know, getting it done. Now, as far as on the outside tip, you know, I really haven't been having too many issues with that. It's just more so based around time in my department. Because, like, I'm always working, you know what I'm saying, busting 5 days out the week, 12, 13-hour shifts. I'm up while y'all sleep, you know what I'm saying, from 6:30 p.m. to 6 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just more of a time thing to me, because, like, being able to come home and, you know, waking up to seeing some new piece that she did, or if I'm coming home and I see a canvas on the floor that done got painted on, or if I see a paint mark on the wall, you know, it just give me inspiration, you know, just it keep me up, you know what I'm saying? Like, just having the drive to do it. It's just more so, with me, it's all about timeliness. Like, with her, she used to always awe at the fact that I could not drop nothing for a long time, turn around and work and put something out, and it ended up be harder than all the shit I did prior.
It's crazy, man.
Like, without no practice, you know what I'm saying? I don't know Allen Iverson, you know what I'm saying? I still people practice, you know what I'm saying? But I just, when I feel something, like, I do it. Like, case in point, right? Like, this design right here, RDD, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Y'all, RDD. I sketched this out. I was working at Haverty's before I worked at Walmart. They used to get on me all the time. They was like, bro, like, you help these customers, bro. You over here sketching too much. Like, I drew this design because I love Boys in the Hood, the movie. And I
that's the scene.
That is the scene. Yo, that's hard as fuck. But keep going.
But, like, I was like, that movie tough, and I was like, the most memorable scenes is when Ricky got shot by that blood. And I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I drew it, and I thought I lost the sketch. Because, like, I have a bad habit of drawing stuff and getting rid of it, because I don't care as much as I used to. But I'm getting better at it as far as, like, finding love and, like, actually keeping stuff that I draw.
Right.
But it ended up resurfacing once we got our home, and it was just sitting somewhere. And I was like, I'm going to just go ahead and, like, recreate this. And then the Pokemon aspect, because everybody love Pokemon. I don't care who you know. You could be the most macho man. You could be, you know you like Pikachu and Air Catcher. You know you like them. You know you like them.
And even if you didn't, you know what it is.
Exactly. So I called it, you know what I'm saying, for this specific style or season, I call them, you know what I'm saying, I'm calling it culture clash, where I take things of yesteryear and combine it with something that got nothing to do with it. So, you know, this, you know, Pikachu.
What you call it again?
Culture clash. KULTURE KLASH.
Okay.
Culture clash.
Culture clash.
That's hard.
That's hard.
So this is the first installment. I'm trying to get all my shirts out and about, because right now I started off with like about 50 shirts. I got about like 31, 32 left. You know what I'm saying? But that's, like I said, that's from the temporary falling off. Like, now I'm trying to get back to it. You know what I'm saying? Let everybody know what's going on. I got so many ideas. I got a second installment in the series, man. Y'all gonna think this is crazy. I'm gonna talk to everybody on camera. You know what I'm saying? But it's pretty nifty, man. But as far as that's concerned, like, just to call back to the question, like, as far as inspiration and stuff, my wife give me inspiration. You know what I'm saying? My son give me inspiration. You know what I'm saying? Like, just the conversation that we have late at night. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and her, we have this thing to where we go from it's kind of like when two kids at nap time that's still up talking to each other. It's like, we'll swear up and down, okay, we finna go to sleep. We'll have a conversation that start from 12 at night and sometimes won't end till like 3, 4 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Just talking about life, talking about inspiration, talking about stupid stuff, talking about stuff. We be laughing about so much stuff. Like, the other thing, I ain't gonna tell. but like, just so much stuff we just talk about, bro. It's just like, with her, she make me feel like a kid again. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, everybody want to grow up so bad and realize adult life shit suck. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got no drive behind it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm an adult when I need to be. You know what I'm saying? Pay my bills, make sure everything on point, make sure the lights on, make sure my son's straight, he ain't got to want for nothing, make sure he got clothes in the bag, all that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a kid most of the time, especially with her. She bring the kid out in me. So it's like, that's why I'm able to still curate and make things the way I make it when I do make it without problems, simply because of the energy that's around me, the synergy that we got going on, and just the reciprocation between each other. You know what I'm saying? That's what keep me still honed in, if you will.
Oh,
Yeah.
Proud of you.
Y'all coming with it, boy.
What? For real, man. One, I want to give y'all flowers, bro.
Yeah, man.
Oh, thank you.
For real, man. Because one, y'all are dope
Man,
individually.
y'all some inspiring people, man.
But together, y'all make shit happen, man. And like whether it's you know, you doing your thing on your own or you throwing an art show or whatever, but that support.
Yeah.
Like, what does support mean to y'all? And when y'all first started doing whatever y'all was doing, did y'all have that support in the beginning?
Oh boy. I have had a very difficult journey as a creative when it comes to support.
Yeah.
Growing up in the church, but wanting to be an artist that painted, you know, like different things like naked people. And even like with my modeling, getting into modeling and always being a heavier person and people feeling like because of my size, I had no right to model because naturally anything I throw on is going to look provocative or like I'm trying to just like sexually entice people. So support wise, I will admit that like for a long time I didn't feel like I had it. It's one of the reasons I left Columbus originally to go to Jersey because I felt like I could create more of a family there art wise, and also with my modeling. And yeah, I love Columbus thinking like nobody really values creatives here, particularly black creatives, particularly plus size black women who want to get out into the modeling and be doing things that, you know, bring more of us together. Like it felt at that time like Columbus was trying to destroy that. So I left. And now that I'm back in Columbus, things like this give me hope because it shows me that people like you do exist. Like I used to sit up late at night praying for people like y'all to exist because there was a point where like I felt like alone. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all connect us creatives. Y'all show us that we exist and that we're not alone. And there is something so powerful about feeling a family or a community. Because it lets you know that, you know, I have people around me who believe in what it is I'm trying to create. Right. It's like I'm not holding this burden by myself because in a world where they try to eliminate individuality, where they're trying to take creativity and art and stuff out of the schools, you know, like we're the ones that are going to be fighting for that. For our kids, for the current time. Like we're the ones that are going to be fighting for that. But knowing we're in a community where we're not the only ones doing it is very powerful. So I want to thank y'all for that. Like y'all have created a community, and it's huge. Okay, like Columbus did not used to be this way. I love it. I love it.
Like open the door,
yeah, like people like y'all are gonna be the ones we talk about in history books when we're like, yeah, Columbus became this creative hub because of people like this.
Well, y'all, you better stop me. You're gonna make me cry.
I'm being real though.
Don't do that.
It's true.
It's real though. Yeah, like the support has not always been there for creatives, but now it is. And as a creative individually, I feel nurtured. I feel like we're loved and we're finally being seen, valued. And that's heavy. Okay, it's very heavy.
Thank you, man. Thank you. The that's the goal.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the goal. Like, is to shine a light on y'all because y'all are important.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all are the reason why we do stuff like this. You know, whether it's painting, music, graphic design, business, just whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys deserve a platform. So we're gonna we provide that. And we and also you guys deserve to have a voice.
Yes.
Right. You know, people need to hear y'all stories.
Absolutely.
You know, from the ups to the downs, because the downs are just as important as the ups, because the downs is where you learned in.
Right.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So,
well, they always say like true character come from your losses, not your wins.
Facts.
Oh, yes.
Right.
That builds you.
You know, and just to piggyback on what you were saying, like y'all help us just as much. You know what I mean? Like ever since we started this show, it's been plenty of times where I don't be feeling it, and this man be knowing, cause he'll call me and be like, "Bro, you okay?" How you feeling? Where's your mental at? Bro, pull up. You know what I mean? That's how it goes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because as a creative, it gets stressful.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And talking to creatives like y'all selves, being around other creatives all the time, because I'm around these guys a lot, it helps. You know what I mean? Hearing your story helps me. You know what I mean? And it's like, the same benefits y'all get, y'all feel like, oh, we're doing a service to Columbus. Like, nah, y'all providing a service for me, for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we be needing to hear those things too.
Right.
Yeah.
So the same thing the listeners are gonna get from y'all story, you just don't know. Like,
We get that same.
yeah, like, nah, you're helping me with this story.
I really like to expand on what you just said right there. Like when you said how he hits you up and be like, how's your mental and stuff like that. Like my best partners, like my best friend is D Sound. I've been knowing Bruss in 4th grade. My other best friend Brandon, I've been knowing Bruss in 5th grade. It's the Trinity. You know what I'm saying? We always call each other on random occasions like, hey bro, how your mental doing? What's going on, bro? What's going on? If folks don't understand, bro, like that strong friend position, bro. That's the most inconsiderate position because like folks don't never ask that strong friend how they day going. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with them? They only come for them to vent or release, and then you done left this energy on that person. You feeling good now? They, you know what I'm saying? They feeling like shit. It'll been several instances where you done seen folk kill themselves, suicide, and folk be sitting there like, damn, bro, I ain't know, bro, or I ain't know shawty was like that, bro. Like she always seemed like a happy person, yada yada yada. Don't even know it because ain't nobody ever sat down and asked how they doing. You know what I'm saying? Without coming with the intention of dumping your emotional, you know what I'm saying, stuff onto that person, bro. And it's like that needs to be something that's more emphasized in just the community, the black community, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, you folk know, but in the black community, but therapy and stuff like that, that's taboo, you know what I'm saying? We getting better at admitting that we need help, you know what I'm saying? Admitting that we need to seek professional help and things of that nature, but it's just, that's something that really, that just need to be talked about more. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that you do that for him, or you know what I'm saying. You do that for Gumbo and y'all.
Same
just, you know what I'm saying?
I hit Bo up like, yo, what's your mental like?
Yeah.
I be sleeping.
When the last time have you slept, brother? That's what. That's
a big question for us.
Wow.
I genuinely worry about these guys.
Right.
These are like my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I cancel pods for them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I have. Like, yo, I know how he deals with Trump, like whatever he deals with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I know how he deals with whatever he deals with, but it comes from being around him.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like to say this, or as a leader,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Just with whatever you have going on. I'm not talking about myself or whatever, but you got to check up on your people.
Right.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because like them the people who like it genuinely carrying the whole shit.
Right.
Yes.
So like when you have those moments, or you see somebody is off or whatever, or just whatever, you know, it's that's your job.
Right.
You know, it's relationships.
Yes.
Like relationships, to me, in my personal opinion, relationships are worth way more than like actual money
Right.
Yeah.
and currencies. Like whatever, who you know and how you treat the people that you know,
Right.
and that's close to you, is gonna carry you way further than anything else in the world.
Cause money come and go. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? The people once we gone, it's over with. And you gotta understand, bro, like the same person that's a multi-millionaire, bro, you gotta treat that person the same respect as a person who work at a restaurant that bust down tables, bro. Get on the same respect, bro, because at the end of the day, bro, you don't know who that person gonna be. You know what I'm saying? It's not even just on that type of tip, but just in general, bro, it's just the human thing to do, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of folks out here, especially, you know what I'm saying, ain't naming no names, nothing like that, but you know, a lot of folk, you know what I'm saying, be coming up and stuff like stepping on people's toes and, you know what I'm saying, and then when it fall back down, and then when they get, long story short, don't step on the toes that's connected to the ass that you're gonna have to probably kiss again.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, just respect folk the same way, you know what I'm saying? I understand when it kind of like doing your craft and stuff, it gonna come with opposition. It's gonna be people that gonna not like you 'cause the wind blowing. know what I'm saying? But you don't gotta reciprocate and dish that same energy out to the folk, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, just keep on pushing, bro. Like, move unscathed, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to, switch up the conversation a little bit.
Right.
When did y'all realize like you can make bread off of your craft?
Ooh.
And what was that feeling like?
Ooh. Wait, me?
Lady first, man.
Oh boy. Okay. So I've had different moments in each individual craft, but I'll name the two that like had me shook the most. So when I went to New Jersey, Newark, I was at the time with another person. Like, they were a photographer, and like we had just like we were taking photos just creatively for fun, and I was modeling in some of them. And I remember like one time I had submitted a photo to like this online submission service or whatever, and they paid me for it. And I was like, they paid me for a picture of myself. And I'm gonna be real, a lot of black girls can relate to this. I did not feel beautiful growing up because I did not see myself represented. So coming into myself as a black woman, a black woman of brown skin tone that is not a small size and that does not have like the longest hair and like the pretty eyes, as they look, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
A black woman that is not beautiful by society standards, and to see that somebody valued what I created from myself enough to actually invest in it, like that changed things for me. Because at that point I saw that like my beauty was not determined by society. It was determined by what I saw in myself. And I realized then that, it's up to people that look like me to show the little girls of the future like me that there is a place for us. Because it's really easy to feel like just because you don't see yourself, you don't belong. It's really easy to feel like society does not have an open door for you. But it took that for me to realize I have to create that door. Because, like, they need something to walk through. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's part of our duties as creatives. We got to create those doors for them to walk through. Like, we have to break down those standards because society has been that way because they think that, it's okay. We've accepted that. But I'm so glad that we're at the point now where people are seeing, like, beauty isn't just one thing.
Right.
So that, with modeling, that's how I really realized that. And then with painting, I realized it because, I don't know, like, I feel like social media changed the game because it connected a lot of us to a lot of different people who we would have no chance of meeting before. And I remember the first time I did a digital painting and I posted it online, I was in high school. And I was working on this program called Picnic. I didn't have Photoshop at that point either. And I was just like editing photos and painting like random line. It was kind of like Paint, Microsoft Paint. And one of my classmates hit me up like, "Yo, can I pay you to do one of these?" And I was like, "Pay me? I just learned how to do this last night. Like, what do you mean pay me?" And then like more and more people started seeing them on Facebook, and like people started sending me $5-10 for like a custom picnic picture. And I was just like, this could be a hustle. And then the first time, okay, I'm sorry, I have a lot of stories. I'm gonna try to make this a really quick one. So I used to do these digital paintings online. I did this digital painting of SEA, the artist, and I put it on a tank top, okay? And I got them printed, and I sold like the whole set of 20 that I had printed. I did that in Columbus, Georgia, okay? Remember that. I moved to New Jersey 2 years later, right? Mm-hmm. And we had just got from the laundromat. No lie, bro. Like, my boyfriend at the time was driving. I looked across the street and I saw somebody in my tank top in Newark, New Jersey. I sold it in Columbus, Georgia. And I said, "Stop the car." And I ran across the street. I was like, "Hey, where'd you get your tank top?" And she was like, "Yes, this artist online named Huck." And I was all like, "Hi, I'm Huck. What's good?"
I know you about blue.
Yo, I was like, what? Like, who does this happen to?
That's crazy.
Yo, I was like,
this
it felt like a movie, because I was like, this cannot be real. Like, I literally got out and walked up to her, and I was just like, wow, okay, yeah, that's my tank top. I only made 20 of these. How did you get this? Yeah. And after that, I was all like, I might be kind of cool. Okay, this is cool.
I made 20 of these. How did you get?
Like, how did you get to Newark? And I just ended up in Newark. Everything happens for a reason. That's all I'm saying. Trust the process. You never know where it's leading you. It was crazy. But yeah. Yeah, it was crazy.
That's hard, man. That's hard as fuck.
Thank you. I'm still shook to this day. I'm sorry.
What about you?
My first, the first time when I realized folks wanted to rock out my stuff, my dog, man, Kenny Hall, man, R.I.P. Kenny Hall, man, he got killed in Chattanooga, man. He was the first person to ever pay for a cover art for me, like a fly, like, bruh was like, he stayed right across the street from me back when I stayed in Eagle Point. And like as we got older and stuff like that, he pursued a musical career and stuff like that. Right. And then like he knew I was doing graphics and stuff like that. And he was like, "Hey, bro, like, hey man, how much you charge for a graphic? You know what I'm saying? Like to get this done." I was like, and I was just starting. I was like, I guess like like $50, $75 or something like that. Bro pulled up, man, shot me the bread. He's driving PT Cruiser. Like, bro just pulled up in the Cruiser. Hey man, boom. I did it for him, sent it to him. Bro used to post it on everything, bro, and I was like, bro, this is hard, bro. Like, bro, like his clip was like Money Gang, you know what I'm saying? Money Gang can. And it's just like, bro, like this is crazy, like somebody real deal just paid for my stuff, bro. And it's like that was when I realized, I was like, bro, this could be like something that I really could pursue. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like where it now. As far as like what happened after that, like I think where I kind of messed up at that time,
right?
I was honing myself. I mean, like I was just pursuing graphic, like art at the time, just for the sake of just getting money. You know what I'm saying? I tell folks, I'm like, look, hey, still love what you do. You know what I'm saying? The money gonna come. If you love what you do and you good at what you're doing, the money's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? Don't just do it. Don't just seek it just straight for the funds, bro. Cause at that point you're gonna feel like a job. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what kind of contributed. And this might be an ode to a previous question that you asked me. It's like the downfall of certain things.
Right.
But when I started doing that, that's when it didn't feel fun no more. You know what I'm saying? But that was when to go back to the main question, of course. That was when I knew that I might have been cooking with something. You know what I'm saying? That somebody liked my stuff so much that they reached out to me to get something done. They could have went anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Right. They could have gone anywhere, but they came to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it was dope that he had enough respect for me to like not just, hey man, I'm gonna get this off you for the frisky, bro. Or I know you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Fuck me on the price. Like, you know, you're not gonna be doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he paid me, bro. And I was like, I'm forever indebted to bro, man. You know what I'm saying, bro? Rest in peace to my boy Kenny Hall, man. Bro was a real solid dude, man.
That's hard. When it comes to being a creative, how big is it for people to tag you in your post on social media? Maybe when they buy something, whether it's a graphic, whether it's a shirt, you know, whether it's one of your paintings, you know, that just showcase where they got it from. Like, how big is that?
Amazing. Cause folk don't understand, bro. Like that's the bridge. That's the bridge you create, bro. Cause like, folk like, you can't just have. You got a fire shirt, but it's like you're not telling nobody where you got it from, bro. It's like you keeping a secret for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like how they gonna know how to, you know what I'm saying? Reach out, like, you know what I'm saying? Like actually like help us out, cause you understand, bro, when you advertising, you helping us out, you making us, you know what I'm saying, get to where we need to get.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like even with y'all, like just like how you need us, we need you. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta keep that bridge going, because that bridge gonna keep building, bro. It gonna keep building, bro. Like I done seen situations where folks will get work from you, post it, don't even tag it, bro. It's just like damn, bro. Like I get it. You know what I'm saying? You pay for it and everything. Of course, do what you do, but it's like at least shout me out or something. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know it's gonna be what it is. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold on to it, but it's just like it helps. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you just need that to happen, bro. Because like, a lot of folks work hard. Like we work hard to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't just doing it just for the faint of heart, bro. Like we trying to keep something going. We trying to be able to reach a point where we work a job because we want to, not because we had to. You know what I'm saying? We and her talk about having different streams of income to become wealthy. You know what I'm saying? Between 7 and 9 different streams. You know what I'm saying? And that, you know what I'm saying, that just that support, bro, that is necessary, bro. Cause how you gonna make it with no support? Yeah. That's the most direct form of support that you can do, is just showing love.
Can't walk without a spine.
Exactly. I just feel like it's a common courtesy thing. Like, I really need people, and this is why I love when creators create like podcasts and like have vlogs where you're following their everyday. Because I feel like when people don't tag you, it's because they don't realize how much time and work you've put into it, number one. Number two, I don't think a lot of people realize that when a person is a creative by trade, that is their bread and butter. That is what they're doing to pay the bills. Like, we have a kid. Like, people don't understand. There have been months where, you know, when we were building our home and I'm gonna be real, we were struggling sometimes. And somebody done bought a painting and they bought our groceries for the week. Right. Or like Indigo had an appointment for something and they paid for his medicine. And I'm like, when people realize how heavy it is that you're not just buying an art piece, like you're investing in us, and you're helping us survive. It's a survival thing, you know what I'm saying? So for you to tag a creative is for you to let them know I value what you do, not just in a money, because money, like you said, money comes and goes. But creating connections, like how you said, connecting with people, that lasts far beyond anything. And that's how you create those connections, by making creatives feel appreciated. Like, imagine if nobody got tagged. You would eliminate all the creatives from the world, and the world would be boring at that point. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta let people know you appreciate them in every aspect.
Right.
It's just crazy. Like, some people are just, you know what I'm saying? People will be quick to show support for something that's already established, like a corporate brand or something. Yeah. But then when it comes to, like, you know what I'm saying, your homie down the street that's actually trying to make something shake or something like that, they trying to little boy it, or, like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just...
People gotta separate the personal from who you are as a business person. And I feel like it's really hard sometimes to do that. Even with family, like, trying to tell your family, like, hey, I deserve for you guys to invest and see my worth. Like, it's something very special about a family that's just like, oh yeah, like, they're trying to do this, like, let's pour our love, our support, our money, like, whatever we have, resources, you know, like, that's really important.
Yeah, and to piggyback on what you just said, like, investing.
Yes.
Because, like, that's what it is. You know, like, I think once we look at it from, okay, we're not just buying into a brand.
Yes.
We're helping invest into this brand to make it bigger.
Right.
Yes.
So, if I want to buy a RDD shirt or a RDD hat, I'm investing into your brand. Every time I put that hat on, I'm representing you. You know what I'm saying? I'm a walking advertisement.
Right.
And that's what I think what it should be, instead of we're just buying stuff just to be buying.
Exactly.
And then it's like when you with somebody that's just building from the ground up, like you have an intimate connection with, you know what I'm saying, the brand that you're going into. Like, you don't have an intimate connection with Jordan. You know what I'm saying?
You don't know that, man.
Yeah.
Cut don't even wear his own shoes. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, you just buying it for the hype. You know what I'm saying? That's no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, it's like, at least you know Buddy from down the street. You know what I'm saying? You know that you have an intimate connection with bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you able to see it, you know what I'm saying, build from the ground up. And it's a beautiful thing to see, especially, in my opinion, from a customer standpoint, bro. Like, case in point, my dog, Matt's Keeble Cuisines.
Yes.
Y'all know, bro. Y'all taste bro food. Bro, I went to high school with bro.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Bro came up, bro. Like, it's a beautiful thing to see where bro is at now, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we done purchased many places from bro. Like, bro, bro can throw down.
The goats.
You know what I'm saying? But it's beautiful to see the potential of where he's going to be, because we, you know what I'm saying, folk from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Not downplaying bro on his tickets on what he got going on. You know what I'm saying? Hey, how much it is? Boom, let me get 2 plates. You know what I'm saying? Showing love, bro, because when you see it take off, like, it's like a sense of pride, bro. Like, knowing, like, damn, bro came from nothing.
Yeah.
And bro really came from nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's what you get out of that support aspect, bro. That's why it's so important to show support.
Yes.
Absolutely. Earlier you mentioned generational wealth.
Yes.
what's the importance into you all's family?
You want to go first this time?
Alright, for sure. I feel like this. I feel like at the end of the day, I'm hustling for my last name, not my first. So when it comes to generational wealth and stuff like that, the reason why we on this wave trying to find different ways to get income, like whether it's trying to learn about cryptocurrency, learning about, you know, stuff like Bitcoin, stocks, learning about art and all this stuff, all of that at the end of the day is to create an estate, because we not planning on being here forever. It's like we trying to be here for a good time and a long time. But before I get up out of here, you know what I'm saying, physically, you know what I'm saying, forever, I want to make sure I done made the right moves, you know what I'm saying, show my son the game as far as like, hey, look, this is how you need, you know what I'm saying, this is what you need to do to make sure you get on point. Like I was like, when we was talking, I was like, when he get like around 15, 16, I want him to start working so he can understand the concept of working. Then if he got a dream, chase that dream, but still have the, you know what I'm saying, like some type of steady income to source what you doing, you know what I'm saying, and then whatever brand that we got going on that we building up for him in the long run of everything, he ain't gonna want for nothing. But although he might not want for nothing, he is gonna understand the concept of work and work ethic. Because you ever seen celebrities, like celebrity kids, some celebrity kids be hella lazy. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I remember folks was getting on the
Not even just, I'm sorry to cut you off, not even celebrity kids.
Yeah.
I like just people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Manage people's kids.
Yeah, like I get where you coming from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sense of entitlement.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's huge.
Especially with this generation right now that's going on, bro. It's getting hard, cause like no cap, like the kid getting lazier, folks. And I'm trying to make sure my son, I'm trying to make sure Indigo don't fall in that wave, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure he don't just like he working. Oh, I don't want to work this job because it's too hard. No, bro, life is hard. You know what I'm saying? Life is hard, but the beautiful thing about life is if you keep digging through and grinding, bro, when you get to where you need to get, it ain't gonna be a lot of folks around you because not a lot of people gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? Success is a habit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do some things that you don't want to do, nor do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody wanna take the escalator. Nobody wanna take the stairs. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to teach, bro, off rip, like, hey, this is what mommy and daddy doing. We doing this to give you, we trying to have a plan for you. And then you take that baton and you put your own twist on it to keep it going. So when you become a grown man and you have a child, you show them the game and you keep paying it forward. And that's how, you know what I'm saying, that's how my name gonna live. You know what I'm saying? It's not about what I do for myself, it's about what I do for the person next to me. That's how you live forever. That's how generational wealth becomes generational wealth. You look and sit back and look at some of these companies that have been around forever and a day, right? Like Dillard's, for example. I was a man that started that. He passed it. He did what he did, passed it down. Then they passed it down. Then they passed it down. This is gonna be around family. You know what I'm saying? This is one example. Like every place that you think of, like something that's a household name,
right?
It all started with, you know what I'm saying, one person or a conglomerate of people under that same umbrella to keep that thing going, to keep that, you know what I'm saying, and to keep it. It's become a tradition to keep that wealth going, and that's what I'm trying to do. That's what we trying to do.
Right. You know, y'all are definitely fortunate to have each other.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because y'all are like-minded people. But everybody's not blessed to have like-minded people around them all the time. When y'all are like, I guess, finding your friend groups or whatever, how important is it? Do you look for that in just people you deal with on a day-to-day basis, like from a creative standpoint? Because I know sometimes, like for me, it's like, I know we talk about it all the time. It's like, you know, we have certain friends for certain things.
Yeah.
You know, like, I might not go to Jim Bob if I want to get in my creative bag, and it's like, he don't do it for me. You know? He don't do it for me, you know, but I got these people over here for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I want to talk sports, I got these group of people.
Right.
You know what I mean? But as a creative, do y'all do that as well?
I'm gonna be real, and I'm trying to get better at that. I'm a very I love talking, but I'm very antisocial. Like I don't get out the house much. I don't get around a lot of people much. It's also because COVID hit when I moved back to Columbus. Like I want to say 2 months later, COVID hit.
Right.
But I've learned that it's really hard for me to establish deeper connections with people because I've dealt with a lot of people that have fetishized what I do. Like they're like, oh yeah, you're a creative. Oh yeah, you know how to do so much. Oh, I need some of this stuff. Let me, let me come into your space and be your friend. Like I've had some crazy situations happen to me outside of the state, like in Jersey particularly. Don't go to Newark, kids. It's scary. But yeah, I've had some crazy stuff happen where people have literally like looked me in my face and told me they wanted to be me, so they tried to become my friend so they could copy everything I did. Like literally word for word, somebody told me that.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's really weird stuff, man. But I guess like after experiencing that so many times, you become kind of like locked off from people. And I'm trying to do better now because in Columbus, I've been reconnecting with a lot of classmates and like people who have become creatives as well, and it's really cool. And I'm honestly just trying to get out there and learn how to be open to making connections with people because I feel like as a creative, we automatically want to be friends with creatives just because we feel like they can understand us better. But what I'm realizing over time is that you need a balance of different people in your life because you're not just a creative just because you're an artist. Like you're more than that. You know what I'm saying? If somebody was to take away all of your abilities right now, you would still be someone.
Yeah.
You will still be a person. You will still matter. You will still need people to nurture who you are through life. And it's important to realize that, you do need people in your life for those different connections.
Right.
And you need people in your life to remind you that you're not just what you create. Like at your core, you're somebody who matters. Outside of that, like your value is not in what you do. It's in who you are. It's in your existence. Like there's value in that. And that's why you need people who are not just in what you do. So yeah, trying to do better at creating that, but it's hard.
That remind me of that movie Soul.
Yeah, Soul was oh my gosh, I love that movie so much.
It's top tier.
Yes.
But again, man, we want to give y'all flowers, man. While y'all here to smell them and inhale them, please do not go on any more breaks. Either one of y'all. Because like I said, man, the shit matter, bro.
Yeah.
That time that you're letting your art breathe, that could possibly be that time where you blow.
Right.
Yeah.
All you need is one person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All you need is one deal.
Right.
Yes.
That's all it takes is one deal to change your life forever.
That's
yeah.
real.
You know what I'm saying?
Real.
So don't ever stop, man.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to y'all, but I'm also talking to myself too.
Yes.
Right.
Please don't ever stop.
Because the world needs y'all, and Indigo needs y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like that's for real, man.
Oh. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
Indigo was a miracle baby, okay? Like, he was not so... I did not... He saved me at a time where I thought I was gonna die in Newark, okay? Like, I went through some crazy shit in Newark. From, like, I was friends with, like, hood people. I worked in a factory. Like, I had people threaten my life. Like, I was sexually harassed at one of my jobs. Like, I went through so much stuff. And when I connected with him, and then, like, I got back to Newark, I got really sick, and my job fired me. And I remember he was like, man, you gotta go to the hospital. You gotta go to the hospital. And, like, I remember he called my roommate. My roommate's name was Matt. Matt was Matt is my best friend. But, like, he called Matt, and Matt was all like, hey, man, you gotta go to the hospital. Like, Georgia Boo, he called him Georgia Boo. He's like, Georgia Boo just called me. Like, you gotta go. What you doing here? So, like, I called my best friend, like, I gotta go to the hospital. And then they were like, hey, you're pregnant. And I was like, what? And they were like, yeah, second trimester. It was about to start. And I was like, I gotta go home. Like, Indigo is the reason I'm still here. Because there were times where I really wanted to, like, end it. There were times where I did not want to live. And I was like, that's why his name is Indigo. Because Indigo actually means little warrior or light. And there were times where I was working in a factory not knowing he was inside of me, but I just felt like I had to keep going. I didn't know why. And it was because, like, my little light was, like, pushing me. Right. And, like, so, like, when people bring up Indigo, I'm like, he's so much more than just, like, you know, our son. Like, he is our everything. He's our motivation. He's the reason we have a house. Like, we've been working overtime because of him.
That man bought us a house, man.
He bought us a house. She's like, he's an art dealer. He bought a house. Like, Indigo is, yeah.
He the reason why.
But he's go hard. It's so much deeper than us just having a baby and getting married. It's so much deeper.
That's hard, man.
Super.
Somebody gonna hear this and be super inspired because of y'all's story, man. Like, it needs to be heard. And I'm glad that y'all came here.
Yeah, and they told me this is their first ever.
Oh, this y'all first ever sit down?
Yes.
Yeah, this is technically my first interview for real.
What? We done pop chairs?
Yes.
What?
Interview cherry.
Interview cherry. What all y'all got going on though, man? What y'all got coming up next?
Ooh. Well, we got a collaborative tape with BBE.
Yes, sir.
We got so many dope artists on the label and on the collaborative project. Like, everybody is gonna have at least 1 or 2 songs on it. They're gonna be songs where we're all together. So that's dropping soon.
Everybody on the scene, man, working. Everybody working, man.
Yeah, it's like everybody is killing it out here.
Like, we also got like we got projects coming soon. And me and her, like, gearing up to possibly doing some like collab, like, between me and her stuff. Like, at the crib when we not popping out nowhere, we always making songs and stuff like that.
I heard it's one on your page.
Like
Voices.
Yep.
Slaps.
Oh,
I seen
thank
it
you.
Also, I like Lil Tony.
The song on my tape.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man. I was really just trying to get into like a storytelling kind of vibe, man.
Bro, you're good at it.
Oh, thank you, man.
Keep going. Catapult off that. You're good at it.
Appreciate it, man. I should do
You're really good at it. That's like my favorite joint off the project.
Thank you, bro.
Yes.
And
Hi, my name is Akronym. Is on all streaming platforms, by the way. Streaming, Apple Music, Spotify, everything that streams is on there.
how did that come about?
Now, as far as that project, it all kind of goes back to my name. Like, on the reason why I even call myself Akronym Jump, because I was like, every rapper that's popping right now got an acronym for their actual name. Like NBA Youngboy, YFN Lucci, YNW Melly, ASAP Rocky. Everybody got an acronym for their name, so I was just like, fuck it, my name is just Akronym Jim, because it sounds cool, and acronym rhymes with Jim. Jim is part of my real name, which is Jimmy. Yeah. And then I got to do graphic design, so I did my own cover art, and I was just like, fuck it, like, hi, I'm Akronym. That's the name of the tape. I'm gonna introduce myself as that with my tape. So.
Right.
But like, it's just a play, just a play off, just a novelty name, just based off like the funny thing that like every rapper that come out got an acronym for their actual name.
Yeah.
YBN, YSL.
You ain't lying.
Nah.
You ain't lying. You made it more clear because I noticed it, but I ain't never really thought about it.
And I just put a K in there because it look cooler. No gang relation. No, y'all don't gang bang. Cause folk be like, but what the K that mean? But no, bro, no, Mr. Gangster.
Also, you have a genuine love for Bankroll.
Yes, sir.
Fresh, and I think that's where that inspiration come from, right?
Yeah, man. I personally feel like Bankroll Fresh, bro. Like, he was really finna be the new Atlanta, like who, like, you know what I'm saying, like the swag, just the way it was, bro. He was thugging, but it was fun with it, bro. Like when you look at songs like Walked In, We Doing It, you know what I'm saying, songs like that, it's just like, bro really had that vibe, bro. His style was unique, his cadence was unique, you know what I'm saying, like just his whole get down was just popping, bro. And it's like, it's sad and it's ironic because like the night that he died, bro was supposed to be in Columbus. Bro was supposed to be at the Medallion, bro. The same night he died, bro, he was supposed to be in the city, bro. You know what I'm saying? That bro died at Screeters at Studios. I don't know. I don't have no personal connection to bro, nothing like that, bro. I just love bro music, bro. From, you know what I'm saying, Life of Hot Boy 1, Life of Hot Boy 2, to Bankroll Fresh, the self-entitled project, all the way down to, you know what I'm saying, his last project. You know what I'm saying? I can't think of the project name, but I love it, bro. Like, he got one song in there. It's called Warrior, I believe. But bro just slid, bro, and it's like he took out the game too early. Cause I feel like a lot of folks, especially like more mainstream artists, like as he died, you know what I'm saying, like in Bank We Trust. There we go. I'm sorry, that's why I was slowing up while I was talking. I didn't want to leave bro legacy like that. I felt hurt, but a lot of folks just kind of jotted bro swag, bro. After he died, bro, I was seeing, you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of people walking around with baseball caps, fitted cap backwards, lining baseball jerseys with nothing, you know what I'm saying, no shirt underneath, you know what I'm saying, stuff like, just, you know what I'm saying, I was just like, damn, bro, like, and that's how the music industry I be peeping, bro. Like, if somebody died, bro, they just copy and paste they shit. Like, Pop Smoke died, now you hear a whole bunch of deep voice rappers, you know what I'm saying, like from New York, you know what I'm saying, it's just, you know, they probably already sounded like that, you know what I'm saying, but it's just, I just feel like bro never really got his flowers like that. And then it's like, when I went to Atlanta a few times back, I was like, while I was up here visiting some friends, I was like, bro, I want to go see Bank Grave, bro, just to see it. And when I seen it, bro, I was like, that, like, for some reason, bro, the song for the Bankroll just came to mind, bro, like, just made that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Tay, you know what I'm saying, Pressure Made, you know what I'm saying, which is the in-house producer. You know what I'm saying? He, bro, you know what I'm saying? Y'all shot with him too. I'm doing drops for everybody. Y'all shot with Pressure Made beats, bro. Bro really be coming through with that heat, bro. Don't sleep on yourself, bro. Man, y'all need to get something from him. Anywho, I was just saying, like, you know, that just linking up with the lyrics and all that stuff like that, and then just having him sandwich it together, you know what I'm saying? And Wayne, AKA Weezy, I'm sorry I put your government out there, dog. I'm sorry. He's fired at sound engineering. He curated, put everything together, and of course LGP himself. They put it together and just made it happen, bro. Like that's like one of my favorite songs. To the day when I listen to it, I'm like, damn, bro, I really made a gangster song. You know what I'm saying? But that was one of my favorite artists, man. Next to X, man. Tentacion. It's my favorite artist.
That's hard.
That's super hard.
Man, we appreciate y'all, man. This was really dope. This is super dope.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Oh.
For sure.
10 out of 10. You know what's so funny? We talked about it. We haven't podded in a really long time.
Like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
And that's long for us.
Wow.
That's long for us. And I'm glad this was the first one back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, thank you. Thank y'all so much.
Yeah, I'm glad this was the first one back. It's been way too long, man. And y'all definitely just set the bar really high for the return.
Yeah, I think a lot of people gonna fuck with this episode.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
And
Thank you guys.
And I hope this is y'all's episode. This is y'all's show.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? For the 82 minutes we've been here.
Right.
Oh dang, it been that long.
It doesn't feel like it's been that
Oh
long.
man, that's just how when we talking at the crib, bro. It don't never feel that long. Bro. Look up,
It's
bro.
crazy.
3, 4 in the morning. So we probably go sleep right, and they gonna wake up like, ah, damn.
In an hour after we done went to sleep.
Bro, be up like.
How did you have anything else?
Nah, man. Good.
How we like to end the show off is a top 5.
Right.
Top 5.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know whether or not I want to be cliche or whether or not I want to be different. What you feeling?
I don't know. Bobby coming up with the creative top 5.
Yeah.
I didn't know he vanished.
Off the top rope.
You
Yeah,
move so quietly.
he got to.
does.
Orochimaru? Slytherin.
What's your top 5 animes? Because I know y'all tapped into that.
Ooh, man.
Ooh.
Okay. Alright, so boom, right. Of course.
That y'all watch together.
Oh.
Oh, 'cause I feel like their list is going to be very different for some reason.
Alright, we want to do, because you know when we're out, really want anime together.
We always say we're gonna watch it together, but I always end up doing it when he's at work, and then he always end up doing it when I'm asleep.
Okay. Well,
so
separately then.
Yeah, so dig, right? So of course I'm gonna be stereotypical, bro. You know where I'm finna go with it. Of course, Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
Okay. So
Top tier.
I like see, a lot of people don't remember this show, bro. It was on Adult Swim, bro. One of my favorite shows, bro. It was called S Cry Ed, bro. I think it was called Sacred, but the way it was spelled, it was S-Cry-Ed.
Mm-hmm.
That show was so fucking hard, bro. That was the hardest shit I ever seen in my life, bro. The main character's name was Kazuya, bro. He had he used this thing called an altar, bro, and he had like took like 3 different levels of it. The first one, he had a fist. You know what I'm saying? Anywho. Another show I like, I really fuck with Eureka 7. Eureka 7 was slime too. It was like Gundam, but they was on fucking surfboards and shit. That shit was busting. I really fuck with Soul Eater. Soul Eater's fire. You know what I'm saying? You had Maka and you got Soul, and then Soul was the Meister, and if I'm saying it wrong, I might be wrong, but either way, I watched the whole shit. That shit was slide. I used to fuck with Bleach, but that shit long as fuck, bro. Like that shit long. It's like long like One Piece, bro. That's why I can't even put One Piece in my top 5, bro. That shit too long, bro.
It's still going.
It's still going, bro. I'm like, bro, stop, bro. Like,
Stop so I can catch up.
Ours ain't ran out of elastic yet, bro. Like, damn.
So what you gonna put as your top 5? Your number 5?
My 5. Ooh, let's see. My 5. I'm gonna go left field with it, man. It was if I vaguely remember, bro, it was this show called Angel Beats. And it was like this high school filled with kids that died, but they were in purgatory, but they purgatory is like a school. And in order for them to go to pass on, they had to relive the moment that happened before they died, but they don't remember how the shit happened. You know what I'm saying? So they just as the episodes go on, like they get close and they figure it out. And the moment they recreate that moment, they actually finish what they're supposed to do. They just fucking vanish, bro.
That's nuts.
Yeah. I gotta look
and
that
sounds
up.
hard. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That shit fine.
Oh, we should have watched that one together. That's
It's
dope.
I think is it on Netflix? I don't know.
And what's the name of it?
Angel Beats.
Angel Beats.
Oh, I gotta look that one.
That sounds hard.
That sounds super hard.
That's And what about you?
Whew. I don't have a particular order. I'm gonna say Inuyasha.
Okay.
Inuyasha, because I grew up on that on Adult Swim.
Same.
When I was like sneaking to watch TV at night because my parents weren't
The
messing
shit
with
came
it.
on at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, it was like that preacher that screamed alive, and then Peter Popoff. Yeah, it used to be them, and then I would switch to Adult Swim for Inuyasha.
Bro, I'm scared you brought that long night to watch your
Yes.
BTS.
Yes.
Make you feel like shit.
Yes, they knew what they were doing. Devilman Crybaby.
Oh, y'all.
I love Devilman Crybaby. It was so dark. I loved it. I love an anime that don't end happy.
Evil ass.
No, no, because the real world is like that.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not always a happy ending. Like at the end, it was so much depression and stuff. I was like, okay, this is real.
She said that's why I don't fuck with Dragon Ball Z, man.
Dragon Ball Z just be doing a lot.
I like people that fight.
They scream a lot. Goku is always fighting people for like he's always
Poor father.
Nah, that nigga died.
He's an
still
awful
finding a way.
father. But I will say,
Gohan daddy.
yeah, Piccolo is fine. Okay, that is a black man. But Gohan's do
He's a black
rag.
man. Nah, he's fine. I was, he's a black man.
Okay,
I was like, they gonna cut their blade.
but Gohan's
Okay,
do rag
man.
gets
Absolutely not.
like it gets an honorary mention. Gohan's do rag when he was Saiyaman or what, like it was pop. Okay, that's
Good
so
outfits. They had good outfits. Team
Yeah.
Rocket had good jackets.
yes,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
What's another one?
You said
Tokyo Ghoul.
Okay.
My Hero Academia. Like I gotta say that one.
Okay.
I seen that shit for the first time recently.
Top tier.
And
That shit was fire. I
Hunter.
ain't gonna lie to you.
It is dope. And Hunter x Hunter. Can I also say Studio Ghibli is amazing? Okay, movie wise, if we were talking movies, I would be here all day trying to find out what Studio Ghibli movies I love the most. Let your kids watch them. Okay, they teach lessons. It's important. Studio Ghibli. Start with Spirited Away.
Hey, look, another one. I know we said top 5, bro. I forgot about bro. Death Note be sliding like
Yes.
Death Note be sliding like
Yeah, I've seen that one before.
Death
too.
Note.
Death Note is wild, where he writes your name in a book and you die.
You die.
Oh, real.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Some
Shit's
random
nuts.
ass way.
Bro said, don't fuck with me, okay?
Hey, look,
Like-
my pen game.
Finding the names of politicians in like top places and they just
Damn, man, you cool as hell. What's your name? Damn. That's tough.
be like, why did he fall out the window? Like, write his name in a
It'd be
notebook.
some random shit how
It'd
they
be
died
so
too, bro.
random.
If it look like drive-by, all type of shit.
It'd be so crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. Man, this was dope, man.
Hey, man.
This was amazing.
Oh, for us as well. Y'all make me want to do more interviews now.
You should.
Thank you.
People gonna be hearing your line.
Hey,
I'm
man.
sure. People gonna be hearing your line, but hopefully we set the standard.
Yeah, man.
Yes, it's gonna be hard to beat this. This is amazing. From the second we walked in, I told you the candles,
She did.
the vibes,
She
the
said
energy.
candles, the energy in here.
Bro.
Right.
I walked in here, bro. I like, bro, we really at free gym, bro.
Yeah.
This shit crazy as fuck, bro.
That's wild.
Right.
Like, on God, bro. So I was like, bro, this shit is
Yeah,
fucking
it was
crazy.
like it looked fire on camera, but in person,
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like, it's next level.
Yeah, y'all did
This
this
is
shit.
dope.
No count, like this shit hard, man.
Thank you.
I appreciate it, man.
Well, one more question. Is there any question that y'all would like to ask us?
Who?
Nah.
How did free gyms start?
I asked it last time.
Both.
Is it Bo turn?
Yeah.
Alright, so here's how I started. Y'all know I'm very short-winded. So, EJ said, "Oh, nigga, I got an idea. I'm gonna do a podcast." And he got up with that guy over there, Will Maddox. They did a podcast. I ain't gonna never see the light of day because I don't fucking know. And then they hit me up and was like, "Hey, bro, we need a visual aspect. Damn, what we need to like really help put the city on fire. We got our voices. We need a visual. Let's hit Gumbo up." And then I got it. And then shit.
That's the short version. Absolutely.
That was beautiful.
That was October,
Yes.
and now we're
Straight to the
still
point.
right.
Yeah, in June.
I have one more question.
What's up?
What is y'all goal for next? Because y'all are getting like really big. Y'all have a Patreon now. Like
Y'all are bold,
that's
man.
huge.
Y'all got some more
So
money.
yeah, like what's next?
Man.
Network.
Keep building on that
Like real
network.
network. Like actually learn, like actually hosting podcasts, helping other podcasts that started up. Like become like an actual real network, like being helpful. You know what I'm saying? Instead of FGN just putting our name in like a little corner, we want to actually help make your shit good and quality. And you feel what I'm saying?
That's
So
amazing.
You know it'll be so fucking hard.
Don't say it.
I ain't gonna say it.
Don't say it. Just wait.
Dang, I don't know what the fuck he was gonna say.
Say it, but not right now.
I got you, bro.
Yes.
What the thing say?
I know the thing where it'd be like, it's like a freeze frame, so we'll be right back. Like,
Yeah, right there, man. I got on the edge of my seat for
I know
that.
it. I know it.
You know what it be fine? I said, shit, tell me.
Next
I know
time,
it.
one free gym.
But unfortunately, this always happens, man.
Saddest part of the day.
Yep. This concludes
Hey, man.
another great episode of Free Gems Network.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, I feel important.